Hello and welcome to Brandon Smith, the rugby and breaking news. The Lions coaching team for this summer's tour to South Africa has been announced. Juan Gatland has picked his team. We're going to take a look at who he's picked, look at their credentials, why they may have been picked, and also take a look at a few people who may count themselves unlucky or would have counted themselves out of the reckoning to be picked on the coaching team. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe down below. This is breaking news, so really excited to bring you this. Hit the subscribe button. It's free to do, and like the video as well. We're pushing towards 2,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe. So there we are. The Lions coaching team has been announced. Of course, Juan Gatland is the head coach. Juan Gatland has had an incredible amount of success over the years, and of course, he has been on British and Irish Lions tour as an assistant, but also as the head coach in 2013, 2017 and 2021. He's also coached Wales, of course, in a very, very successful time, been at Waikato, the London Wasps, Ireland, Connacht, and of course, coached in his native New Zealand. He did play internationally for New Zealand 17 times as a hooker and played at Waikato as well. So that's a little bit about Juan Gatland. Of course, everyone knows about him, but who has he picked in his team? As a defence coach, really interesting to see that he's picked this man. He's picked Steve Tandy. Of course, Steve Tandy, former Ospreys head coach, but current defence coach of Scotland since December 2019. He was actually sacked as Ospreys coach back in 2018. So he's actually sacked as coach. Of course, played for the Ospreys, played for Neath, and has coached in Australia with the Waratahs, as well as staying here in Wales, as I said, with Ospreys Bridgend and Ton Mauer. So he goes into the team again. There's someone that we'll have a look at in a little bit that may have been in the reckoning for this position. So who else does he pick? Well, he's gone back to people that he's known very, very well. Of course, he's picked people that he's worked with before. And the first one of those is Robin Mcbride. Of course, been with Wales for a heck of a long time coaching, and someone who you have to say is doing really, really well now out in Leinster. That was a big coup. Of course, after Gatland left Wales, he went and joined Leinster. So he joins the squad. A very, very experienced guy. He's been on Lions tours as a player, but also as a coach. So he is very, very much involved in this. And yeah, he's been as a caretaker head coach for Wales as well. And filling in for Gatland when the 2013 British and Irish Lions tour was on. So it is Robbie Mcbride and Steve Tandy so far alongside Warren Gatland. The kicking coach as well is Welsh. She's gone with Neil Jenkins. Neil Jenkins, of course, has been the kicking coach for Wales for quite a bit of time. And you'd have to say he's been a very, very experienced and one of the best kickers we've seen ever grace the rugby field. Very, very successful back in the day. So in the autumn of 2004, Jenkins returned to the Welsh Rugby Union in the capacity of kicking skills coach. So he's been involved since 2004. And of course, he's involved in the Grand Slam back in 2007-08 season. And also in 2009, he was appointed as the British and Irish Lions specialist kicking coach for the tour of South Africa. And then he also went on the 2017 tour alongside Graham Rowntree and Warren Gatland. So he's very much been involved in the coaching setup at the Lions for a heck of a long time. Who else do we have then? An interesting choice, but after a very good Six Nations for this side, Gregor Townsend has been appointed as the attack coach. Of course, led Scotland to some brilliant victories at Six Nations, notably against the French and against England, pushed Wales very, very close, almost managed to really be competitive in this year's Six Nations and really push towards winning the title for the first time. So he's in as the attack coach. So those are all the coaches appointed. Let's have a talk about two coaches who are not involved, who are rumoured to potentially being involved. The first of all is Andy Fowle. Andy Fowle was rumoured to be involved in this tour, but according to various sources, it seems to be that he believes there's a big project going on with Ireland. It seems as if the summer tour for Ireland is going to go ahead this summer. And it seems as if he's very much concentrated on the Irish job, that he wants to focus on that, that he wants to ensure that he's at the top of his game with Ireland. And there's really a project going on there as he sets his sights on the 2023 Rugby World Cup. The other person involved who could have had a shout was this man, Steve Borthwick of Leicester. There were rumours that he would be involved, having done really well with Leicester this season. I mean, they're into a Challenge Cup semi-final. They're pushing in the Gallagher Premiership, and they're playing some really good stuff. Although it may not be as attractive to watch, it works really, really well, and they're super successful using his style. Again, same reason as Andy Fowle, according to various sources. The reason is he feels like he's got a project at Leicester that he's really buying into. He wants to focus on that. He doesn't want to commit to anything else. He wants to focus, see the summer over fall. Because, of course, this summer's going to be a really weird one. We're into our second time, really, of COVID now. How is that going to impact different clubs and coaches and players? It's going to be interesting to see in summer business as well. It's going to be really interesting to see how that affects him. So he clearly believes that there's a really good project going on over there. I thought it'd be really interesting to have a read of what the press release was. So I'm going to share my screen with you now so you can have a look and see what has been said. So this is how it looks. This is what the Lions released earlier on this morning. So the British and Irish Lions head coach Juan Gatland has announced his coaching team for the 2021 tour to South Africa. So we've had a look at who he has picked. So he then this is what Gatland had to say on the situation. I'm very pleased to have assembled such a high quality coaching team. It's a really strong group and I'm excited to see what we can achieve together. I think we'll all complement each other well in South Africa. A Lions tour is a unique challenge, so it's important to have some continuity in the coaching group. Neil understands the exceptional demands that only a Lions tour can present and will benefit from his knowledge and experience. He also goes on to say, but it's also important to have a new voice and fresh perspective. Gregor's doing an excellent job in charge of Scotland and is an outstanding coach. He also understands the challenges of touring South Africa as a player and what it takes to win there. So I'm extremely happy he'll be part of the setup. On Steve Tandy, he said Steve has made Scotland's defence one of the most organised in world rugby, something we saw throughout the recent Six Nations. He's clearly an intelligent coach and someone I'm very much looking forward to working with. Robin Mcbride, someone who I know very well from our time together in Wales. He's an impressive, experienced coach who continues to have success with Leinster. I think he'll be well suited to the Lions environment, and I'm sure he'll do an excellent job with the forwards. So that's what he had to say on all the coaching team that he has picked. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on who Gatland has picked, your predictions for the Lions. This is a bit more of a breaking news, so there's not that much detail in it, but I'm just bringing you the breaking news on who has been picked. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I'm working on lots of exciting videos to bring you. We're pushing towards 2,000 subscribers, so make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and leave a like on the video. Thank you very much for all the love on the channel recently. Take it easy and peace.